Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bianca, can I hand over to you?
You absolutely may. It's been a wonderful day, and I just want to thank everyone for being here. What a day it's been. It has been one to remember, that is for sure. As we come to the end of day one of FODES 2025, I just want to take a moment to recognize the energy, the innovation, and the collaboration that have defined today's sessions. From the moment we began this morning, one thing's been clear to me, and that is that digital education in Africa, particularly South Africa, is not standing still. It's evolving, it's adapting, it's leading. And the change that I foresee is powerful and very human centered in many ways. We started the day with sessions that challenged us to rethink how we design. We started off with a thought-provoking opening by Prof. Linda Lani and a balanced panel discussion chaired by Tony Carr on the new frontiers of AI-driven learning systems. That was then presented by our partners at TTRO. We have seen what seemed to be impossible possible. And I think that that is, in and of itself, really mind-blowing. Furthermore, we've been reminded that innovation doesn't always start with a tool. It starts with the question, how can we make learning more meaningful, more inclusive, and more transformative for every learner? The ones that we see in our classrooms when we're educators, the ones that we don't see as learning designers when we're helping those educators. This afternoon, we've been so lucky as well and have had the privilege of hearing from Professor Charles Fidel, who reminded us that while AI is accelerating at breathtaking speed, our greatest task as educators is to stay deeply consciously human. And he spoke about the 100 million-fold leap in computational power from those mere 64K that took us to the moon right through to the 64 gigabytes that sit quietly in our pockets. But amidst this exponential progress, he asked a question that really cut to the point, and that is, what are we going to do to develop adaptability? Adaptability, he reminded us, is the key. It's the skill that defines whether we survive and thrive in a world where knowledge doubles by the minute. He challenged us to move from teaching content to cultivate capacity, to prepare students who can learn, unlearn, and reimagine. Because in a world where I can do almost everything, our real role is to help students rediscover who they are and why they matter. If you recall his one slide, he drew on the Ikigai model, that beautiful intersection of what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. He urged us to nurture learners with purpose and identity, and not just skills, because when students understand why they learn, they can navigate any change with meaning and confidence. Furthermore, Prof. Fidel described how our brains, remarkable yet energy hungry, naturally slip into autopilot to save effort. It's efficient biology, but dangerous pedagogy. He warned that over-reliance of AI could make us mentally passive, always outsourcing our next thought, our next idea, our next decision. He followed up with an intriguing way then of looking at how to develop the future university experience for designing your career to work with AI, to let it accelerate your growth rather than replace your value. That's why commitment to thinking, to depth, to follow through must become part of our academic design. So we have explored a plethora of ideas today, from practical to the visionary, and each one has shown us that the future of online learning in the world of AI integration is not about replacing people with systems, but about empowering people through these systems. To all our speakers, panelists, and facilitators, thank you so much for your generosity, your insights, and your time today. And to all of you, our participants, thank you for your thoughtful questions, your comments, and live chat moments. They've kept the conversations alive. And your engagement truly embodies the spirit of FODES, about collaboration, curiosity, and community. Before we wrap up, do not go anywhere just yet. At 4 p.m., we will be heading into our Kumo Space Networking Lounge. a virtual social space where you can unwind, mingle, and connect with colleagues, and learn more about the things that you really deeply want to know more about. We'll also have a fun interactive game with a R1,000 Take-A-Lot voucher up for grabs, and the lucky draw for our social media competition, where we celebrate your FODES 2025 posts and reflections. There is plenty of space for relaxed, organic networking, because sometimes the best ideas are born over informal chatting. So grab a virtual drink, bring your curiosity, and join us for what promises to be a lively and creative way to close the day. Once again, on behalf of the FODES organizing team, our partners, our sponsors, thank you for your participation, your enthusiasm, and your commitment. Let's carry on today in Kumo space. And for those of you that cannot join us, I look forward to welcoming you back tomorrow. Thank you very much.